Hello, everyone. It's Hanif here from the search marketing team with Niall and Salt. And I'll hand it over to Dan Taylor, who will go through the quarterly performance summary.
Thank you, Hanif. So hi everyone, my name is Dan Taylor. I'm head of R&D at Salt Agency. We're partnered with GitLab as an external SEO agency. And as Hanif said, this is a top level summary kind of going over performance for Q1 2021, some key activities achieved, some data observations as well, and then kind of objectives moving into a second quarter. So not going to go through every single bullet point, but if you want access to this, please reach out to Niall, Cregan or Hanif to get access. But essentially, we've worked hard across a lot of Core Web Vital initiatives with a new Google update coming out in May this year, which will heavily impact how users interact and basically their performance with the site. So working on these metrics has been vital for long-term success. We've been working across a lot of what we call a page two opportunity analysis as well. So it's working with both the marketing team and other teams on helping drive search phrases, which are useful for users at the various stages of the funnel onto page one into traffic driving positions for both traffic acquisition, conversion opportunity, and also brand visibility. From a topical analysis, we've done further development and improvement around clusters for CI/CD, SCM, DevOps, DevSecOps, GitOps, and a couple of other sort of ad hoc target areas as well as the quarter's progressed. In terms of technical, we've gone through a lot of new templates which are being released, as well as some of the new ones which are coming out now around using slippers and also other backends as well, just kind of not improved core web files, but also general SEO performance, schema opportunities, and just basically wins we can make at that template level for mass rollout. Ongoing as well with that is an index efficiencies project, which is designed both to improve the indexability and crawlability of the overall GitLab domain, not only from a marketing perspective, but also to reduce user friction points and contribute to friction points around board visibility. And then just a lot of other stuff around metadata, image optimizations, and general technical health monitoring for the ongoing site itself. In terms of a top level performance summary, year on year for the first quarter, we've had a 67.13 increase in clicks coming from organic search and a 90.20% increase in impressions of GitLab, of about.gitlab.com within Google search results itself. If I remove Git from all the search queries itself, so the closest we can kind of come to removing brand, this changes to actually a 78% increase in clicks and a nice 60% increase in impressions. So we're not only just seeing improvement in terms of branded search, but we're seeing improvement in complete non-branded queries as well around products and solutions. Looking into Google Analytics in terms of direct session data, we're actually trending down 16% year on year. However, direct and none are trending upwards, which, given related to the cookie bot issues we had last year, a percentage of just maybe privacy browser, cookie blocking, or just traffic being misdirected into Google Analytics as a phenomenon in chain called dark traffic, which we're trying to harness around as how we best can report around this. And also just kind of going over keyword levels at the end of Q4, kind of going into the start of Q1, we were ranking for 5,243 queries on the first page of Google in positions 1 to 10, driving traffic. And at the start of Q2, so encompassing all activities in Q1 and some of the activities baked into Q4 2020 as well, we're currently at an all-time high of 8,773. In terms of visual graph, that's how it looks. And as you can see, we've had a nice spike coming off the end of 2020. And that ties in with the first sort of 3-4 months of work with the marketing team, the inbound team, and then also the consistent implementations through Q1 2021 as well. Going back to the impression increases and click increases, these are screenshots taken from Search Console, so you can just for reference. And in terms of third-party tool visibility, we're currently trending at pretty much a high for what we were comparing to last year, and maintaining that we've got a good spike at now, but about is ranking for dominant phrases over the root domain itself. Whilst we've had a good initial data observations, have also shown us that whilst the flip-flop issue, which we dubbed in August, September last year, was when Google was changing between the GitLab.com root domain and the about subdomain, the branded terms, we're currently in the longest stable period for this in favour of the about subdomain. And now that we believe what we've had this dominance, we've had a good 6 months, we're now starting to see Google conflict certain pages on about with also pages on docs and other areas of the site as well. So I've got an example of this on the next slide, but one of the main things we're also going to be looking at this quarter is resolving these conflicts. But also because the about subdomain is beginning to perform better, as well as finding these conflicts, we're also wanting to find the opportunities. And this is opportunities to not only improve user journey, but to, as I've kind of put in a secondary bullet point, make sure that we're bringing users to the correct landing page with the right query intent and satisfying that objective, leading to a positive brand user or brand/user experience, which gives us an increased conversion opportunity, increased retention opportunity, and a better chance of the MQL from an inbound effort. An example of one of the keyword issues we're seeing conflicting is commit git. So that is currently fluctuating between the doc subdomain and the about subdomain, to the deference that when it's on the about subdomain, we are ranking sort of position 8-9 on page 1. Then it flips out of docs, and that goes all the way to position 37-38. So we're going from traffic driving positions to non-traffic driving. So we want to essentially go into these, identify where the best fit for these actual search phrases are, but makes sense for the intent and also the best opportunity for value proposition adding, and then just work around that and work the conflicts out from there.
From that, will you just be picking secondary term keywords on the page, or looking at retargeting altogether?
It'll potentially, being honest, it'll be a basis on the keyword itself. It may be that some warrant staying on about because they are more marketing term, they fit better funnel. Whereas with conversations with the teams, we might determine that some phrases are more heavily product-led or more qualified in terms of the level of query and the level of searcher and education level they have. So it could be that some pages may have to be deprecated. For instance, really old blog posts for the conflict. It might be that some pages, depending on conflict, might need to be de-optimized for certain elements, just to allow Google to give one clear champion for it, which gives us not just the best opportunity for ranking in a traffic driving position, but also ranks the correct page with the correct messaging for the user at that time using the query. So that also lines up with the Q2 2021 objectives. So further implementing strategy in line with the SAVE framework ideals, expanding out further collaboration to other teams and working across their pain points to also improve essentially user journey and make sure that when we're bringing people in through organic inbound, we're doing so at the right place, the right page with the right message, and doing that in line with user experience feedback, journey mapping feedback, and basically everything else we can. So it's not just a pure SEO and a pure inbound objective, but it benefits other teams as well. The main project, like I said, is going through the conflicting elements and making sure that we can have a clean, stable user journey without conflict and a stable traffic source acquisition. And then ongoing, like I said, the indexability and crawl efficiencies, reducing contributor frictions, and just around active board discovery in Google. So that's everything to cover off from us on this presentation. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out through the SEO board or via Niall and Hanif. I'm happy to answer. Thank you.